Hey guys, this is Crispy.
And this is Bread, and today we're going to take a look at Hand of Fate 2, a game that just released. If you haven't played the first one, I recommend it greatly. I've played it and nearly beat it on console, but I saw this game and I knew I had to have it as soon as I saw it. So I figured I would show it to you guys, and I'll explain it as we go, and there are some new features that I am vaguely aware of. But let's jump right in. It's a lot prettier than the first one. And the first one was pretty anyway.
Your memories are fading even now, gone to form the soul of the game we play. These pieces are new, as are the stakes. Life, death, and vengeance.
You look a little rough around the edges
You
compared to the last time I saw you.
And you have much to learn. Make your first choice, and let us set these wheels in motion once more.
Like, the last time I saw you, you looked about 10 years younger. You didn't have this demon horn thing going on. Like, you need to get some Visine, man. I'm gonna be a guy.
These cards represent your history and our game. We know where they end, for you are here. Therefore, these cards must guide you to my side. Let us see what the journey holds. The fool steps into nothingness, because they know no better. In the same way, you must step into the void. You are a blank slate, and together we will write your history.
I have some vague knowledge about some tarot cards, and the way he described the Fool sounds a whole lot like the Fool in my tarot deck. It shows an image of a guy getting ready to walk off of a cliff, kind of oblivious to what he's about to step into. You've stumbled many miles through this forest in search of the thieves who robbed you. Though exhausted and hungry, you are determined to reclaim your father's amulet. You finally catch sight of the thieves hacking at a large tree and arguing amongst themselves. Let's eavesdrop.
Every element of the game has been improved, even those that seem at first glance familiar.
Okay.
Do not worry. You will soon understand the nuances.
You done? Okay. So, Jesus, the audio is loud.
I'm gonna turn the music down just a little bit more.
Okay. So, a lot of the things that you do in this game are by chance. You'll have a certain number of fail and success cards, high success and high fail cards that screw you or help you succeed based on the situation with which you find yourself. Creeping forward, you overhear their leader spouting orders. It's simple, he says. The idiots walk down the road, you push over the tree and jump out. They'll be too scared to put up a fight, and we'll get rich. Why don't we just jump out and stab them, one retorts. Another hooded figure chimes in, yeah, corpses don't put up a fight either. Frustration rises in the leader's voice. The Empire doesn't care if a few farmers lose some sprouts, but drop a corpse on the royal road, and the place will be filled with soldiers before you've even spent the coin. We don't need that trouble. Now quiet, here they come. You soon spot a group of farmers coming around the corner, bringing their wares to market. The thieves fell the tree into the path and the unsuspecting farmers, and leap out, weapons brandished. Leap to the farmer's defense. You draw your weapon with practiced skill. Well, you hear the leader's voice. You lads handle this. I'll meet you when you're done. the sake of violence and theft for the sake of money. They attack frequently and evade standard attacks. Oh, I have friends. That's new. Yeah, I need Xbox controls. Weapon ability, finisher, attack, defend, bash, evade. Okay. The combat's a lot like Arkham Asylum or Shadows of War or Mordor, but it feels a little bit slower, a little bit sluggish compared. The farmers fumble in their haversacks in gratitude. Thank you, adventurer. I'm sure that after they took our food, they would have taken our lives as well. 7 food, 5 food. Crap. Your satisfaction lasts only a moment before you realize your father's amulet is not among the takings. Their leader must still have it. You sit to your feet, determined to find him. And the adventure is just you moving around on these cards. Sometimes there'll be multiple paths, but these represent encounters and different things that will happen throughout the adventure.
And as you noticed, when he went onto that card, he lost 1 food.
Yes, every time you move, you're going to lose food. If you have food, you gain health back. If you don't have food, you begin to starve. While enjoying a moment beside the fire, you spy a strange figure approaching your camp. It's a goblin, dressed in what must pass for goblin finery. From beneath a filthy fox pelt serving as an ill-fitted wig, the goblin winks at you with wild red eyes. Aha! I've been roaming for hours trying to find you. We must get this over with quickly if I have any hope of getting to all the people on my list before sunrise. It lowers a sack from its shoulder. Now, from within my sack, I can conjure whatever your heart desires. The goblin's voice trails off as he examines his sack. Well, I could if there wasn't a blooming great big hole in it. His head disappears entirely in the bag and his bulbous nose protrudes from the breach. A new plan, then. The goblin pulls out his last trinkets. I'll take an axe. Form a powerful strike that causes 250% damage. Additional damage to armor. Cannot riposte. Okay. A wise choice. Now I must go. There are many others I must visit before I can rest. The goblin runs off into the night, his fox wig flapping in the evening breeze. You can change equipment in the inventory. Sorry, I gotta glance at these again. B is bash, Y is defend. Okay.
This card has a token. Can you find it?
Tokens unlock new cards. So a lot of these cards tell a story in a sequence. My favorite one from the first one was the Tale of the White, I think it was the White Minotaur,
Yep.
where you're hunting a white minotaur, and it's a very long, kind of difficult quest that culminates in a big fight with a minotaur. But you have to beat the challenges in these cards perfectly to get these and unlock the next card. And some of them require items from other stories to work properly. Your journey through a forest is interrupted by an inquisitive child. Are you searching for the forest folk? My uncle says that they used to walk these woods giving out gifts. I want to find one and ask for a lemon cake. As they dash off to peer under a nearby log, the child shouts back, "Remember, if you meet the forest folk, get me a lemon cake." In the other direction, an eerie song hangs in the air. You attempt to find its origin. You follow the song through the thicket and stream until you find an open glade bathed in golden sunlight. You find an aged maiden, her posture bent like the boughs of a forest. It has been 12 winters since I had a visitor. Her voice is a whisper, yet it thunders in your ears. You may visit me when you are in need, adventurer.
This is yours now. Even if you lose the challenge, you have earned this token. Nothing could be more fitting now than meeting the mage who started this all. Or at least, started it all for you.
A trail of fallen trees and distraught farmers leads you to the thieves who had stolen your amulet. It seems their infighting has only gotten worse. The bandits surround their former leader, weapons drawn. Everyone will get their fair share. There's no need for violence, the leader implores. Whoever heard of a thief? Talk about fair shares, spits one. You turn up and boss us around. We've barely stabbed anyone. It's been days since I've stabbed someone. Days! The leader notices you approaching and waves you over. As much as I'd love to continue this discussion regarding stabbings, I'm afraid I have urgent business with my associate here. As he greets you, he whispers, "Keep me alive, and there'll be plenty of gold for your trouble." Tell him gold cannot replace the amulet he stole. Ah, he holds up a finger. First rule of negotiation, never let them know what you want. Kill my associates, and I will gladly return your amulet. Ever reliable, the thieves draw their blades to mug you. The leader hurries away to hide.
Chicken shit.
Give us your stuff or we'll stab you up. Yeah, fuck you, I'll fight.
Leader's chicken shit.
I'll get the hang of it again. It's been a minute. I'm getting a little hurt, but that's okay. With the battle resolved, the thief leader nods in approval at the carnage before him. He holds out a hand. The name is Malaclips, Bard Extraordinaire. His smile fades under your withering glare. I wonder if they meant for that last sentence to rhyme. Sensing your anger, he raises his hands in surrender. Wait, let's not be hasty. We're on the same side here. I'm an upstanding citizen just like you. I've been working with thieves, yes, but only for the greater good. No, really, they were killing people before I came along. I know it sounds bad, but look. He pulls out an amulet from his pocket and presses it into your hands. All is forgiven, yes? You stare at the amulet. It does not look familiar. Oh? Malaclips says, scratching his head. He opens a small satchel. So which one is yours? We'll go with the crow. The eagle amulet? Okay, eagle. Looked like a crow. The eagle amulet? That suits you. Very similar facial structure. Say, you know what? I'm lonely. You're lonely. We should work together. We should probably get to know one another, seeing as we're going to be friends for life, Malaclips says. Tell me, where are you from? That was bright as hell. And again. I will be from the mountains, because that's where I'm from. I will be a generically handsome, short, brown-haired guy. I think that's how Ben Crawshaw put it. That... that one. Yeah. Okay, I have... Oh, it's finished. Got it. I'm big on controllers with games like this, by the way. From the Eastern Belt, eh? You don't say. Good sorts from the Eastern Belt, very trusting. Oh, by the way, I mean we, friend, owe money to Vignus of the Thieves Guild. He's quite angry at us. We should journey to Myrebridge together to appease him. Some gold might help. Although, come to think of it, I'm rather busy. Malaclipp's eyes a pretty trader hiking up the road, so it'd be best if you get the gold, and I meet you there. Fuck you too.
Let us learn what sort you are.
You enter
Strong, clever, wise. The circumstances under which you come here put the lie to that.
I mean, if you want me to pick which of those three I am, I'd say I'm clever. I'm a little young to be wise, and I'm definitely not what I would call strong. You enter a competition of strength at a fair. A gold prize is available to the winner. In the first round of the competition, your opponent is a diminutive Roland, a halfling from a traveling troupe of acrobats. I knew the word, I just couldn't say the word.
These dice are another small game embedded in our game.
Okay, so I assume when I let go of the stick, they're going to roll the dice. This is new to me. Looks like I need to roll above a 10 with 3 dice. Which I did not do. That was garbage for a roll. That was better, but...
The dice are fair, and thus you have lost this round.
If you say so. You were shocked by Roland's strength. You learned not to underestimate acrobats or halflings. You're knocked out in the very first round. You receive only a pittance. You're knocked out in the very first round. You receive only a pittance. You take the lesser reward for losing in the competition of strength. When you return, a new contest will begin.
The roads have become even more deadly since the Empire has come to power.
The road
despite
ahead.
Their promises of the opposite.
You done?
You gotta let him finish.
The road ahead is blocked by an overturned carriage, a woman calling for help. Please help, she cries. I've been robbed by a band of thugs. Is there anything you can do? Yeah, we'll give it a shot.
Oh, so close. There you go.
Got it!
Victory. You are learning.
What do you mean I'm learning? I'm rolling dice! Like, if we're playing Shadowrun, that sucks. If we're playing Eldritch Horror, that sucks. Thank you, the woman says as you help her from the carriage. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude. You thank the woman and continue on your way.
Celebrations in aid of what? You see how quickly the actions of the usurper are turned into tales for children.
Nearing the sleepy hamlet of Dulwich, you find the villagers in the midst of some kind of celebration. Much of the activity concerns a large paper and wood statue depicting a fearsome warrior looming triumphantly over a prone lizard man. Follow the parade. The parade ends in the town square. You watch as the villagers take turns smashing the statue with a club and gathering the food and gold that spills out. Pinata? A local notices your interest and asks if you would like a turn. Sure. Oh. You wield the club with all your strength, however the blindfold affects your balance and you bring the weapon down on your foot. Really? And I find the 10 in that too. Awesome. Engulfed in shame, you leave the town to their celebrations and hope no tales are told of this day. Yeah, we'll go to this one.
Water is a symbol for the many thoughts that churn beneath the surface.
While crossing
what is it you're thinking of? What concern is worrying at your mind? Let it fall into the waters beneath.
I'm kind of worried about that flesh rot you've got going on your left arm. I really think you should see a doctor, man. It looks like you've been skin popping real bad. While crossing a stone bridge, you suddenly find yourself confronted by a villainous band. You can stand and fight the fiends, or throw yourself to the mercy of the river below. I want to know what a 4 of steel is, so I'll stand and fight. Maybe I'll get my ass handed to me. I only perform at a passing level when I play off camera. Step into the light! The first line of defense against any who would question the Empire. Empire enemies wear armor that reduces damage by 3, rendering light weapons less effective. Well, I've got the right weapon for this. You've committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense? Resist! Resist! Having spilled your enemy's blood, you search the bodies for anything useful.
A simple defense. You can do better given time. Here we come to the end of the beginning. Running errands for mages. This will become a theme, I dare say.
You arrive at Mirebridge as the sun begins to dip below the horizon. You find Malaclips perusing a selection of cheeses by the market. Ah, if it isn't my good friend the adventurer. Did you bring the gold? Vignes has arranged to meet at the graveyard. Yeah, go to the graveyard. You wonder whether the spot was chosen for its seclusion or for easy body disposal. Could be both. Vignes greets Malaclips with a sly grin. Looks like you turned up after all. And with a lackey in tow. We had our doubts, you know. Vignes cracks his knuckles and giggles. Well now, Malaclips, convince me. What's to stop me cutting off your head today? You reveal your gold as Malaclips scrounges in his pockets for some too. The heavy satchel of riches lands at Vignes's feet with a thud that echoes through the silence of the cemetery. That's our deal done, Malaclips says, worry obvious in his voice. No need for any further troubles. I'm sorry, Mal, Vignes grins. You should have known the guild was never going to let you pay with cash stolen from our members in the first place.
Hope you get your 30 gold back.
I would imagine. Well, if it's like the earlier games, your stuff starts over in each chapter, so. Treacherous and greedy, a dangerous combination. Anarchists throw flaming bombs that cause fire damage. Your armor is no use to you here.
So that means dog is much.
down he goes. Filthy villains. Malaclips scratches his chin thoughtfully. It seems you could do with some savvy to help you navigate these tricky matters of diplomacy. Like maybe killing everyone wasn't the best idea. Come, let us discuss our partnership over an ale or two.
Well done. You have cleared the first challenge. And now we can move on to the next.
For completing the Fool, Cardinal Blade and the Bastion of Purification, Market Thief, Tarts, Pies, and Exotic Lies, Fork in the Road, and Arm Wrestling. And Market Thief will have a token that comes with it. For befriending Malaclips, we gain Malaclips' Problem and the Trickster. And this is the token I got earlier for finding the Forest Folk, the Old Maiden. She was just a maiden in the first game, remember?
Yep.
Welcome to my challenges. Together, we will traverse 22 paths of wisdom and despair in the hope of awakening.
Alright guys, that's going to be about all the time that we have for today. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Dislike if you don't like what we're doing, and please comment. I would love to hear all of your feedback. And I do hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Have fun, guys.